Shall I help you out, Gerald?
White Mondeo K79TW6, Jeffrey Smith, Leeds car auction. Blue Toyota Avensis T23 YFD, purchased by a Stephen Pims at Liverpool car auction. Silver Honda Civic S53 WBU, paid for in cash by a Mr. Carlton Jones. Over the last several months, you've managed to acquire 3 cars under various identities. You've then positioned these vehicles at strategic spots at the centres of 3 towns, each town 20 miles apart. So, it's 10:30 a.m., Saturday the 24th of April. You drive into the town centre at Houndsgate and proceed directly to the heart of a busy shopping street. That's a Beretta 9mm semi-automatic pistol with you under your jacket. We found several more at your house. Where'd you get them, Gerald?
A spell in prison will get you contacts of all descriptions, and money can pretty much get you whatever you want if you're determined enough.
You weren't just determined, you meticulously planned the entire operation. So, after you abandoned that car, what then?
By the time the police and emergency services arrived, you were long gone, weren't you, Gerald? By that time, you were halfway to the next town in your second car, where again you abandoned it, walked into the town centre and committed the same, in fact, an identical massacre. And then again at the third town. In all, you managed to kill 54 people, maimed hundreds more. So carefully planned. Such precision and attention to detail. You are obviously a man without conscience.
It was the hatred I couldn't stand, couldn't live with anymore. You can never understand. I could never expect you to understand what I went through. There was nothing left of me. Of Gerald Trimble. I ceased to be the man I was and became somebody unrecognizable even to myself.
In simple terms, there's no punishment great enough to fit your crimes. Yet you know, you'll never again see the light of day or taste the freedom you desired so much.
You really think prosecution and punishment had any influence on my thinking? The way I've been treated over these last several years, I never left prison.
You left one of these at each of the massacre scenes. Why? Come on, Gerald. This your idea of a sick joke, your calling card?
It's a reminder to you all where you all are, what all this is.
All what is?
You're all inside there, on that ship in the bottle. But not me. It's a unique perspective, you know, being forced to stand outside looking in. You can see how it all works. You have a chance with your kids. At least with them, you have a chance to make it all stop. But the cycle continues. Eventually, predictably, they become poisoned by your cruel prejudices.
We teach them values.
You teach them how to hate.
It's not a perfect world, Gerald. This utopian view of the world you hold so dear, it doesn't exist. People have a right to think what they want, the right to choose.
No. I understand there have to be rules, laws designed to protect the majority. But there are some so-called rules of moral virtue. Archaic society, riddled with prejudice, infested with hate, obsessed with the misfortunes of a broken man, tossed to the side of the road like a discarded cigarette carton, willing to commit him there forever, without any desire to offer him any chance of redemption. Do you really suppose we're living in a new age of civilized, respectable society? You'll need to scratch a little at the surface and there it is. Our primitive, primal, prehistoric philosophy. Survival of the fittest. Expulsion of the minority. There it is. Black and white. That's who we are.
I think we'll take a minute here. I think we'll take a break.
If you had just left me alone, let me be, I would never have done what I did. Just one last thing. How did you know it was me? How did you know?
Prints all over the bottles.
Impossible. I wiped them clean. I wore gloves.
Oh, quite right. There was no sign of you outside the bottle. Inside the neck there, we found multiple matches. It would seem you're inextricably linked to society after all.